Hello and welcome back to Skyrim. I am here in Dawnstar. We have ended the nightmare problem plaguing the residents of Dawnstar last time. We went in that tower. There's another shrine or something up there. Might want to check that out. Rick Clark left a comment on the last video about a secret chest that's used for traders, and I like finding these things, so I found it. I ran around Dawnstar. I figured it was hidden, like it's like a developer chest, right? So I'll just show you where it is. So if I type, it's not normally accessible. At least I think this is the one he was referring to. Here it is, down here. Let's see what's in it. A lot of armor. Yeah, stuff for a blacksmith. Now, he said that this is a, I'm not going to loot anything, obviously. That would be cheating. This is for traders. Probably for the blacksmith trader to use. And it's in the ground, so you can't normally access it. That type of thing is pretty common. I never knew about it, but it's pretty common in these types of... Turn back clipping on. There we go. In these types of sandbox role-playing games especially, you'll find a lot of hidden containers and hidden rooms and things like that. And it just has to do with the way the scripting and stuff works in these games. Maybe the items needed to be in there because they needed to be in the game, but they didn't want to put them on the person or on the characters, so they got to be somewhere accessible by the characters. There's a lot of possible reasons for it, but that type of thing is fairly common. It's always fun to find those. I think there is a special room, I could be wrong, that you can teleport to with console commands. You can't get there normally, but it's a room where every character you've killed ends up. They just go there. They're not like removed from the game when you kill them.
Need something?
Hi. You got a... Are you carrying a pot of stew? They just send them to this special room. It's kind of neat. But we won't be checking that out today. What we will be doing is exploring Dawnstar a bit more. Oh, over there might be the museum. Alright, we'll get there. First, we gotta talk to...
I married Russ Lake when he was in Hammerfell.
Blacksmith.
Under my father. Take a look.
Let's buy... whatever you got. All your iron, I'll take it. All your leather, sure. All your steel, that's fine. That's enough. I don't want to weigh myself down too much.
We forge every day if you need anything.
Hi.
Dagger. No? How about a claymore?
No. I'm good. Thank you. Do you do any work for the ships?
I've worked on a few moorings here and there for it. Most of the ship captains are superstitious about who works on their vessels, though. And Dawnstar is known for its bad luck. We're the last port of call before Windhelm, and the ore we trade makes rich targets for pirates.
You in charge of the forge?
My wife Sarah and I run it together. She's still Smith's, even though we found out she is with child. Our son or daughter isn't going to get much Redguard culture here in Skyrim. I know my wife worries how she will pass along her traditions. Hey, if you find a book called Night Falls on Sentinel, could you bring it to me? It's a story from my wife's people. Be good to have.
Sure. If I see it, I'll bring it to you.
Come back if you need steel.
Thank you. Oh, can I... Can I shop with you? You have the same inventory as your wife. Okay. You share the same inventory.
Until next time.
Alright. Let's go... over here. Hi there.
The Imperials think we need their laws. Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time. Imagine blowing up an entire town. Damn college. Winterhold will never be the same.
We got a mine here.
My wife, Baetild, is dead. Can't say I miss that old saber cat.
Oh, who runs Dawnstar?
That would be Skald the Elder. He's been running Dawnstar ever since he was a boy. And he never lost that brat's attitude. Turned on the Empire first chance he got. Now we're all part of this rebellion.
Sounds like a bit of a hothead. I'm looking for work.
If you don't mind digging, I own the Quicksilver mine. It's a better life than working in that damned Ironbreaker mine with all those milk drinkers.
What's wrong with drinking milk? Well, I'm not gonna sell any ore to you. Any ore I find is mine.
I mine. Work the smelter. Ain't much else to tell.
Where's all your muscles? You're skinny. Relatively speaking. That guy is much skinnier than some of the other big lads we found in here. Alright, this is their house. I'm not gonna go in the mine. The mine... I'm sure it's just an ore mine, nothing in there. I'll go mine ore there later. Ooh, flowers. We got another mine?
Like Whitemane is in a better place now. For is there any place better than Sovngarde?
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
You won't get any trouble from me.
I'm no one special. Just a miner who swings a pickaxe for his drinking money.
Ergner's house? Where's the miners' barracks? There's gotta be like a barracks where they all stay. The White Hall. Here we go. Is this where I can find Skald? We got a meeting going on here. What's going on?
I've been in charge of Dawnstar for over 35 years.
My Jarl, I have concerns about the safety of Dawnstar.
Safety? Don't I have you to handle the town's safety? What is this about, Jan?
You keep pledging more and more of our guard to the front lines. The way this is going, we won't be able to defend our own borders.
Nonsense. The best place for our men is driving the Imperials back. I will ensure that men from Dawnstar get every opportunity for glory.
Glory is meaningless if they have no home to return to. I urge you to lower our commitments to the front until I'm sure we're safe.
I won't have you rob our soldiers of their chance to drive out the Empire. I'm done discussing this, Jan.
Huh. Sounds like his obsession with glory is blinding him to the dangers of leaving Dawnstar undefended. Hi.
I had hoped life would be simpler here. But war seems to find a way of following me.
Sell stuff to me.
Take a look.
Do you have a robe? You don't. Alright. I'd like to find a better robe. Here, buy my... Here, buy a potion. Thank you.
That museum is a mistake.
The Dawnstar Museum, I'm gonna head there soon.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Alright, will do. Hi.
My only aim is to keep the peace. Skald is very vocal about his hatred of the Empire.
What did the Empire do to you?
The nightmares in Dawnstar have lifted, and I hear you helped that happen. You have my thanks.
My pleasure. Is Dawnstar prepared for a dragon attack?
The only reason dragons are attacking is because Talos is angry with us for turning our backs on him. As soon as we drive the Empire out of Skyrim, the dragons will vanish. Mark my words.
I don't think so. How is Dawnstar faring in the war?
The Stormcloaks are destined to win this fight. Talos is with us, and when you fight under a divine's blessing, victory is assured. Dawnstar has a history of being the site of battles that have crippled the fate of the Empire. I hope this remains true.
I'm looking for work.
Giants are a common problem in the Pale. The Empire always demanded I leave them be, but the Empire isn't here now. Go and slay one of the beasts. Should let them know that Dawnstar is not to be trifled with.
Okay.
I'm counting on you.
Not sure I like this guy. He wants me to go kill a giant just to send a message?
Skald, I've been meaning to ask you for a leave of absence. I
Mine.
wish to return to High Rock until this war is over.
You wish to leave now? In Skyrim's moment of triumph? Just before we cast off the yoke of Imperial rule?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm asking. I'm not a Nord, I'm a Breton, and I have no wish to fight this war.
I don't think so, Medina. There will be no deserters in this hold, and that's final.
Whoa. He's angry.
I had hoped life would be simpler here, but war seems to find a way of following.
Are you the court wizard?
If you could call it that. The Jarl can make all the demands in the world. I'm not setting one foot on that battlefield. I fought in the Great War. I cut enough young lives short. I'm not gonna do it again.
You mentioned the Great War.
About 30 years ago, the Aldemary Dominion invaded the Empire. It was a surprise attack. Caught everyone off guard. They ended up sacking the Imperial City. I was there, blasting apart young elven men and women with fireballs and lightning bolts.
Sounds fun.
By Akatosh, all the blood, the smell of flesh burned and pulled apart by magic.
That's the best part.
I don't want to do that to another soul, ever again.
Well,
Back to another fine day in Dawnstar.
We are poised for...
you don't have to. I'll do it for you.
The Empire will never take Dawnstar while every last man, woman, and child here draws breath.
With respect, Jarl, you can't ask everyone to throw themselves against trained legionnaires. Let's leave the fighting to the Stormcloaks.
You're right. Why dilute the glory with too many souls fighting over it? We'll drive out the Empire and be celebrated as heroes when we win.
If we win, this war's gonna drag on for years. I can feel it. We need to prepare for a long struggle ahead.
Enough of your dire predictions. We will talk about this another time.
Oh.
Just a servant of Skald the Elder.
This guy's
We have
obsessed.
time or consideration. There's no honor in being a Jarl's servant. No Sovngarde waits. My family has served Skald Felgate's
Stop following me. Okay. Well, I think I've explored all the houses up here. What about Dawnstar Barracks? Okay, that's where all the guards stay.
Help you?
Hi.
What is it? I heard you were at the wedding of the Emperor's cousin in Solitude. Gods, that must have been horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Find your hand in my pocket. I'm going to cut it off.
How did you know I was there? Dawnstar Jail. Anyone in here? No, they don't have anyone imprisoned right now.
Wonder what it's like for the...
Oh, you better be quick with that pot. It's gonna get cold. Wind Peak Inn. Alright, I've been there. So we don't need to go there. There's a few more houses down here we can have a look at, including the museum.
Fur coming out of your ears.
The mortar and pestle makes potions, if you can't tell from the name. Just step up to the counter.
Okay, doke.
The mortar and pestle has cures for every illness, from ataxia to whitbane.
Have you been in Dawnstar long?
I'm the oldest woman in Dawnstar. Was here when Skald the Elder was Skald the Younger. He's a fool if you haven't met him already. Thinks
Oh, I've met him.
Oak is invincible and spits dragon fire. The people here look to Brina Marilis when they need things settled. Real firebrand going up. Wasn't surprised when she joined the Legion.
Rena.
Come down with the rattles.
Have I met her? Ah, there you are. I heard something and some noise in the background.
Yes, yes, I haven't got all day.
Can't talk to you.
Make it quick.
Stop looking at me.
I hope you're not planning on picking my pocket. Get away from me!
No, absolutely not. I would never. Why are you staring at me? Go do your job. Go back there. There you go. Okay. Stay there. Don't move. Mine. Ooh, that's worth a lot. Mine.
You're not getting any.
Alright, that failed. I want to try that one more time.
A stamina potion.
Yoink. Got it.
Maybe popular with young men.
Popular with young men? I don't need it. I am fit as a fiddle. Oh, hi there. Who are you? Oh, you're Brina.
Sorry if you had to overhear one of them.
Yeah, we came in... First time I came to Dawnstar, we overheard her having some kind of disagreement with the Jarl. I can't remember exactly what it was about. She... Yeah, I can't remember exactly, and he's an Imperial soldier.
Stay out of trouble now.
My duty is to guard Brina Marilis.
So you're like a bodyguard. Okay, I think she's a former soldier. Baytild's house. Let's have a look. Nothing out of the ordinary.
And here comes my first...
Oh, hello.
The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend.
Awesome. Museum of the Mythic Dawn?
Yes. My collection of artifacts from a group that toppled an empire. Why don't you come in? You can browse the displays and we can talk. I have a job you look perfect for.
Sounds good.
Let's talk inside.
Let's do it. First, let's talk to this guy. Hello.
Look, I can take you to any port on the coast.
Oh. You're like a... Okay. I could fast travel on my own, but thank you.
Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned.
Alright, will do. So, your museum
Tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts.
is in your house?
Mythic Dawn would meet and The cult's greatest accomplishment was the assassination of the Septim.
Oh, no, sorry, keep talking. Did I interrupt?
Ah, yes. That scabbard. Notice the insignia?
I do.
Oblivion Gate. A key symbol of Mehrunes Dagon, the patron Daedra of the Mythic Dawn.
Neat.
Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes Dagon into Tamriel. Each bolt of yarn used to make the robe was colored with a dye, made from sacrificial blood.
Neato.
That burned paper is all that remains of the fabled Mysterium Xarxes, the blasphemous book written by Mehrunes Dagon himself. It's said that Mankar Cameron used the book to open a portal to a paradise, where all his followers would live forever.
That sounds lovely.
The commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes were written by the Mythic Dawn cult leader, Mankar Cameron. He promised a paradise awaited his followers when they died, that they would be reborn by Mehrunes Dagon's side.
So the Mythic Dawn toppled the Empire at some point? I don't know the history behind the Mythic Dawn. They sure know how to dress, though. Looking good.
Did you have any questions about the museum, or would you rather talk business?
What is this Mythic Dawn cult?
They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change.
Ah, okay.
Dawn killed Uriel Septim.
I'm a Hermaeus Mora man myself.
That led to the Oblivion Crisis, when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult, I've gathered in my museum.
Who is Mehrunes Dagon?
Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of Change, Destruction, and Ambition. Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim dynasty and opened the Oblivion Gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis.
Wait, what was that last part again?
Dagon's Mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim
Dynasty, opened the Oblivion Gates.
Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis.
Oh, that was them? That was in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Okay, were they mentioned in Oblivion? I don't remember them. Then again, it's been like forever since I've played that game. Why did you open this museum?
It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself. We hid from our past for years.
Oh.
Tradesmen, people of coin and influence.
So they're the ones that assassinated Captain Picard.
Our importance to history cannot be denied. I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill.
Alright. A courier gave me this pamphlet.
And here you are. I hope you found the museum to your liking.
I like it, although I do think it's weird that you have a double bed inside your museum. Yeah, it's just in your house, but that's okay. That's alright. Let's talk about this job you want done.
A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' Razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in Skyrim.
You want me to get those fragments?
At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders, and the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked.
Keepers of the Razor. Okay. I want to know more about the Razor.
The Razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the righteous, the Kingslayer. The mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection. Good luck.
Okie dokie. Oh god. What was that note he just gave me? No. Note. The Keepers of the Razor? Current descendants of the Inner Circle. Jorgen and Morthal, 8th generation of Clan Axebearer to bear the hilt of the Razor, son of Halnir, son of Rory, son of Koli, son of Malte, son of Legerid, blah blah blah, and so on. Gunzol, leader of the Cracked Tusk Bandits, and 8th to bear the blade shards of Mehrunes Razor, son of Shellock, son of Mog, son of Gruul, and so on and so forth. Draskua, leader of the Forsworn of Dead Crone Rock, and 8th to bear the pommel of Mehrunes Razor, daughter of Kareen, daughter of Adana, blah blah blah. Historical background of all the groups that pledged to eradicate the Mythic Dawn from Tamriel, none were as inadvertently successful as the Keepers of the Razor. Originally a militia group founded to destroy the remnants of the Mythic Dawn, the group was renamed after discovering the legendary artifact of Mehrunes Dagon that became their namesake. How they found the Razor is a secret that I have been unable to uncover, but it is clear they were not part of Drothin's failed expedition to Varsa Balim, and in fact the group does not first appear in Imperial records until 50 years later. The Razor was divided among the 3 highest-ranking members of the Order's Inner Circle, to be passed down from oldest child to oldest child, until the twin moons themselves disappeared from the skies, although this pledge seems to have been loosely interpreted, as the moons did vanish from the heavens during the void nights of 4E98 to 4E100. Yet the Razor's pieces were still being bequeathed through the generations during and after this time. Tracing the lineages of the Inner Circle proved especially difficult, thanks to the group's unusual membership. Yeah, that seems... especially the Forsworn. I mean, I don't know how you would track that reliably. While the leader of the Keepers of the Razor was a Nord and thankfully was easily researched through the clan's family histories, the other 2 members were an Orc and a native daughter of the Reach, whose culture's paucity of respect for literacy made tracking them down less straightforward. Fortunately, Othmash Grogulars and his sons are well recorded for their service in the Imperial Legion, yet the Daughters of Sorcha proved nearly impossible to find until I uncovered Markarth's meticulously thorough tax records, which recorded each birth of Sorcha's kin in order to administer certain petty fees. Sorcha's current descendant, Draskua, fled to Dead Crone Rock after the Markarth incident, and is considered by the Jarl to be a major threat to the safety of the hold. Okay, well that explains how they were able to track her. Meticulously thorough tax records.
Finding the fragments.
Now, before we leave, let's get on this boat. There's some people here, possibly sailors. Let's see what they have to say.
I don't like taking orders from a boy, but I need the gold. I could run this ship better than that boy who calls himself a captain. Maybe one day I'll do something about it.
That guy? Oh, that guy.
Everyone thinks I'm too young to be a ship's captain, but I'm going to prove them wrong. I don't buy all that talk about ship captains having to be stern and strict. I want my crewmen to enjoy their work.
You're the ship captain?
By inheritance, as my men are fond of saying. Can't blame them. My mother ran the Sea Squall as strictly as she ran the house. I've been trying to find new areas of business, trying to win the sailors' respect, but I keep having problems. Take the last trade we did. Some fine-cut void salts from the College of Winterhold. Plenty of coin if you know who to sell it to.
And what happened?
Sailors are what happened to them. They got drunk and ended up losing the merchandise in some cave. If you're not afraid of a little exploring, I'll pay good gold to get those salts. All right then.
Well, I can do that.
I plan to spend all the days I got left on the water. It's where I belong.
Yep. A sailor's home is the open sea. Alright, that's pieces of the past. Retrieve the Maroon's razor pieces. I figure we can find these fine cut void salts for this guy. We probably got time to do that. Brood Cavern? Alright. Oh boy. Come on, die. Oh. Look at that. Get him. She just leaped right on that dragon's head. You're brave. I like you. You don't have a helmet? I just realized that. No wonder you can't take too much damage. Alright, yeah, so I think we're gonna do the, pieces of the past, next time. Because that one's probably a bit more involved. I won't be able to get very far this time, but maybe we can find these void salts. Oh, I hear another dragon. Alright, where's this cave? Up here? Is that a bear cave? Oh god. It's a bear cave. Khajiit. Are these the sailors? Oh boy. Where's the entrance? Up there? Ah, here we go. Brood Cavern. What is that? Oh, it's a bone. Ah. Look at all these bear pelts. Fine cut void salts. Here we go. Oh, that's actually a ingredient? It's odd. Is it just... I guess it just counts as void salts. Because that is my first time finding fine cut void salts, but I have found void salts. Oh, I'm getting a lot of hides. After this, I gotta head back home and tan these hides, store them away. Alright, buddy. I got your void salt. Where's Dawnstar? There we go.
You're that mage from the college, right? Here things have finally calmed down.
I don't buy all that talk about ship captains having to be stern and strict. I want my crewmen to enjoy their work.
A true champion of the working class. I have the fine cut void salts.
It's the first bit of good news I've had since I set sail a year ago. Here's your cut. Until next time.
All right.
I plan to spend all the days I got left on the water.
Well, we got a little bit of money. A minor quest, but it's good to help out. Alright, yep, the Pieces of the Past. That's the next quest we'll be doing. For the Dawnstar Museum. Should be fun. Maybe we'll learn more about the, Mythic Dawn in the process. Alright, well, that'll do it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.